your mind operates on autopilot most of the time. You react without thinking, repeat the same patterns, and wonder why nothing changes. The Stoics discovered something different: 8 laws that break this cycle permanently. These aren't gentle suggestions, they're brutal truths that force you to see yourself clearly, and once you do, there's no going back. Most people stumble through life letting emotions make decisions for them. Someone cuts them off in traffic, they rage for 20 minutes. A coworker throws shade, they stew all evening. A plan falls apart, they collapse into despair. It's exhausting, isn't it? Living at the mercy of whatever happens next. The Stoics figured out how to end this exhaustion 2,000 years ago, and their methods still work today because human nature hasn't changed. What makes these laws brutal is that they demand honesty. You can't pretend anymore. You can't blame circumstances or other people. You can't hide behind excuses about how unfair life is. These principles strip away the comfortable lies we tell ourselves and force us to confront a simple question. Are you in control of your mind, or is your mind controlling you? Here's what most self-help gets wrong. It tells you to think positive, practice gratitude, visualize success. Fine advice, but it misses the foundation. Before you can build anything lasting, you need to demolish the faulty structure you're living in. That's what these Stoic laws do. They're wrecking balls for bad mental habits. The first law is simple but devastating. You only control 3 things: your thoughts, your actions, your responses. Everything else, literally everything, is beyond your reach. Your job status, other people's opinions, whether it rains tomorrow, how long you live, what happened 5 minutes ago. None of it is yours to control. Why is this brutal? Because you've spent your entire life trying to control things you can't. You've stressed over outcomes you can't determine. You've worried about what people think when their thoughts belong to them, not you. You've replayed past events in your head as if somehow you could change them by thinking harder. This law forces you to stop, immediately, completely. Epictetus put it bluntly. Some things are up to us and some are not. Up to us are our opinions, motivations, desires, and aversions. In short, whatever is our own doing. Not up to us are our body, our property, our reputation, our position. In short, whatever is not our own doing. Think about yesterday. How much energy did you waste on things outside your control? Someone was late, so you fumed. A meeting went poorly, so you spiraled. The weather ruined your plans, so you sulked. Every ounce of that energy was thrown into a void. You might as well have been trying to stop the tide with your hands. Now imagine redirecting all that wasted energy. Instead of raging at traffic, you accept it and use the time to think. Instead of obsessing over someone's opinion, you focus on whether you lived according to your values. Instead of replaying failures, you extract the lesson and move forward. This isn't about becoming passive. It's about becoming effective. The second law builds on the first. Your perception creates your reality. Not the events themselves, but how you interpret them. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the universe is transformation and life is opinion. 2 people experience the same situation and walk away with completely different stories because they chose different interpretations. Someone criticizes your work. You can see it as an attack on your worth, or you can see it as information about how to improve. A relationship ends. You can see it as proof you're unlovable, or you can see it as two people who weren't right for each other. You lose money. You can see it as disaster, or you can see it as tuition for an expensive lesson. The brutal part? You've been choosing the painful interpretation without realizing it. Your default setting is probably catastrophic thinking, personalization, emotional reasoning. These patterns feel automatic, but they're not. They're habits, and habits can be broken. Right now, you're probably carrying around interpretations that are poisoning you. A comment someone made 3 years ago that you've decided means you're inadequate. A failure you've interpreted as evidence you should stop trying. A rejection you've turned into a story about your fundamental unworthiness. None of these interpretations are facts, they're choices you made and keep making. What happens when you realize you can choose differently? Everything shifts. The same events that used to flatten you become neutral. You start seeing obstacles as information instead of punishment. Setbacks become data points instead of verdicts. This doesn't mean lying to yourself or pretending bad things are good. It means stripping away the extra suffering you add through interpretation. The third law is where most people hit resistance. You must separate what happened from the story you tell about it. Something occurs, that's reality. Then you immediately wrap it in narrative, emotion, meaning, and prediction. You rarely see the thing itself. You see your elaborate construction around it. Your boss passes you in the hall without speaking. That's what happened. But instantly you've created a story. They're angry with me, I'm about to be fired, I knew I wasn't good enough, this job is ending, what will I do? None of that is real, it's fiction you generated in 3 seconds. Maybe they were distracted, maybe they didn't see you. Maybe they're dealing with something that has nothing to do with you. You'll never know, but you've already suffered through an entire imagined catastrophe. This law demands that you catch yourself in the act of storytelling. When something happens, pause. What actually occurred versus what am I adding to it? This gap between event and interpretation is where your freedom lives. Most of your suffering exists in that gap. Not in reality, but in the elaborate meanings you assign to reality. Strip those away and what's left is usually manageable. The fourth law connects directly to this. You're going to face difficulty, so you might as well choose to face it well. Difficulty isn't optional. Pain isn't optional. Loss, failure, disappointment, they're baked into existence. The only choice you have is whether you meet them with strength or collapse. Most people spend their lives trying to avoid discomfort, which is insane because discomfort is guaranteed. You're going to experience physical pain, emotional pain, the pain of watching people you love suffer or leave. You're going to fail at things that matter. You're going to be misunderstood, rejected, overlooked. These aren't possibilities, they're certainties. So the question isn't, will I face hard things? But who will I be when I do? Stoics prepared for adversity deliberately. They practiced imagining loss not to be pessimistic, but to remove the shock factor. When you've mentally rehearsed something difficult, it loses its power to destroy you. You've already survived it once in your mind. This doesn't mean dwelling in negativity, it means acknowledging reality so you're not blindsided by it. Right now, think about what you're avoiding. What conversation are you not having because it's uncomfortable? What truth are you not facing because it's painful? What decision are you postponing because it's difficult? That avoidance is costing you more than the thing itself would. The discomfort you're trying to escape is growing in the dark, becoming more powerful the longer you ignore it. Face it now, on your terms, or face it later when it's grown into something monstrous. Which sounds better? The fifth law is going to challenge everything you think about control. You can't control outcomes, but you can control your preparation and response. People exhaust themselves trying to force specific results. They need this job, that relationship, this amount of money, that level of recognition. Then they're devastated when reality doesn't comply. But outcomes depend on factors beyond you. Other people's decisions, timing, circumstances, luck. You can do everything right and still not get what you want. That's not failure, that's life. What you can control completely is how thoroughly you prepare and how you respond when things don't go as planned. You can control your effort, your attitude, your integrity, your growth. Pour your energy there instead of into trying to manipulate outcomes. Someone who does this becomes unstoppable, not because they always win, but because losing doesn't break them. They prepared well, they gave full effort, the result is what it is. They extract the lesson and move forward. Compare that to someone attached to outcomes. They need external validation to feel okay. They crumble when results don't match expectations. They blame circumstances, other people, bad luck. They're trapped in bitterness because they gave away their power to things they can't control. Which person do you want to be? Here's where it gets practical. You have a goal, something you want to achieve. You can spend your energy in two places: obsessing over whether you'll get it or preparing so thoroughly that you maximize your chances. One of these is useful. The other is just anxiety pretending to be productivity. Most people split their energy, half preparing while half worrying. They get neither the peace of full preparation nor the results of full commitment. They're stuck in the worst of both worlds. Do the work, all of it, then release attachment to the outcome. That's the law. The sixth law deals with something you probably haven't noticed. Your emotions are requests, not commands. You feel angry, that's your system requesting that you take protective action. You feel anxious, that's a request to prepare for something. You feel sad, that's a request to process loss. These are information signals, not orders you must obey. Right now, you probably treat emotions as facts that dictate your behavior. You feel like staying in bed, so you do. You feel like snapping at someone, so you do. You feel like giving up, so you do. But feelings are just electrochemical events in your nervous system. They're data, not destiny. You can acknowledge them without obeying them. I feel angry and I'm going to respond calmly anyway. I feel afraid and I'm going to move forward anyway. I feel unmotivated and I'm going to do the work anyway. This isn't suppression. You're not pretending the feeling doesn't exist. You're recognizing it, understanding what it's trying to tell you, then choosing your action based on your values instead of your temporary emotional state. Most of your growth will require doing things while feeling the opposite of how you want to feel. Uncomfortable conversations while feeling anxious, discipline while feeling unmotivated, patience while feeling frustrated, kindness while feeling angry. The gap between what you feel and what you do is where character lives. Weak people close that gap, letting feelings control actions. Strong people widen it, choosing actions aligned with who they want to be regardless of temporary emotional weather. The seventh law addresses your relationship with time. You don't have unlimited chances. Not to be dark, but you're going to die. Maybe soon, maybe later, but definitely. Every day you waste is gone forever. Every opportunity you postpone might never return. Every person you take for granted might not be here tomorrow. This isn't meant to create panic, it's meant to create clarity. When you remember your time is finite, the trivial stuff falls away. The petty arguments, the pointless worries, the grudges you're nursing, the risks you're not taking because maybe someday. There is no someday. There's only today, and you don't even have all of it. You have right now, this moment, then maybe another. Stop living like you have forever to become who you want to be. You don't. The clock is running whether you acknowledge it or not. What would you do differently if you remembered you could die tonight? That's not a hypothetical. You actually could. So could everyone you love. What does that make important? What does that make urgent? That thing you've been meaning to do, that conversation you've been meaning to have, that dream you've been meaning to chase. When exactly are you planning to get around to it? The eighth law is about boundaries, but not the way people usually teach them. Boundaries aren't walls you build to keep people out. They're standards you maintain to keep yourself intact. You think setting boundaries means telling other people what they can't do. Wrong. It means deciding what you will and won't accept, then backing that up with action. Someone disrespects you repeatedly. You don't need to give them a speech about respect. You need to reduce their access to you. They can do whatever they want. You're just not participating anymore. Someone keeps breaking promises. Stop believing the next one. Adjust your expectations to match their demonstrated pattern, not their stated intentions. This protects you without requiring them to change. People will do what they do. Your boundary isn't controlling them, it's controlling your exposure to the consequences of their choices. Where most people fail is they announce boundaries without enforcing them. They say, "If you do that again, I'm done." Then stick around when it happens again. Now the boundary isn't a boundary. It's a bluff that got called, and you've taught them your words mean nothing. Real boundaries are quiet. You don't announce them like legislation. You just stop accepting what doesn't work for you. The relationship adjusts or it ends, but either way, you're no longer compromising yourself. Your peace isn't negotiable, not for family, not for friendship, not for love, not for money. The moment you make it negotiable, you've lost it. The ninth law is simple but brutal. You become what you repeatedly do. Not what you occasionally do, not what you intend to do. What you actually do day after day becomes your identity. You think you're the person you see in your head, the one with all those plans and potential. But you're not that person. You're the sum of your actions. If you repeatedly scroll instead of work, you're a scroller, not a worker. If you repeatedly make excuses instead of progress, you're someone who makes excuses regardless of the story you tell yourself. Your identity isn't found in your thoughts. It's encoded in your patterns. Right now, look at what you did yesterday. That's who you are. Not who you want to be, not who you could be. Who you are is what you did when no one was watching and nothing was forcing you. This is terrifying and liberating at the same time. Terrifying because most people realize they're not who they think they are. Liberating because it means you can change who you are by changing what you do. You don't need to fix your mindset first. You don't need to wait for motivation. You don't need permission or a perfect plan. Just start doing what the person you want to become would do. Do it badly at first. Do it inconsistently. Do it scared. But do it. Because the doing creates the being, not the other way around. After enough repetitions, you won't be trying to be disciplined. You'll just be disciplined. It won't be an effort to be consistent. You'll just be consistent. The identity follows the action automatically. The 10th law concerns something nobody wants to hear. Your problems are probably your fault. Not all of them, sure. Some things genuinely happen to you. But the majority of your recurring problems? Those are you. You keep ending up in the same situations with different people because you're the common factor. Same arguments, different relationships, same workplace drama, different job. Same financial stress, different income level. When a problem follows you everywhere, it's not the environments, it's you. This isn't about guilt, it's about power. If your problems are someone else's fault, you're powerless. You're just a victim waiting for circumstances to change. But if they're your fault, that means you can fix them. You can change the patterns. You can make different choices. You can grow into someone these problems don't happen to anymore. Most people would rather be blameless victims than powerful creators of their reality. They'd rather point fingers than look in mirrors. That's their choice. But it's also why they stay stuck. You want different results? Assume everything is your responsibility, even the stuff that isn't technically your fault. Act like it's your job to handle it. Someone screwed you over? Your responsibility to protect yourself better next time. Life threw you a curveball. Your responsibility to adapt. Market changed, relationship ended, plan failed. All your responsibility to navigate. This isn't fair. But fairness is irrelevant. Responsibility is power. The more you take, the more control you have. Stop asking why this happened to you. Start asking what you're going to do about it. The 11th law is about focus. You can do anything, but you can't do everything. Every yes to something is a no to something else. You have limited time, limited energy, limited attention. When you spread them across too many things, you dilute all of them. Jack of all trades, master of none doesn't happen because people lack talent. It happens because they lack focus. They chase every opportunity, every interest, every shiny distraction. Meanwhile, someone with half their talent focuses on one thing and laps them. The world doesn't reward well-rounded anymore. It rewards depth. It rewards people who go so deep into one thing that they become irreplaceable at it. So what are you actually committed to? Not what sounds good, not what you dabble in. What gets your best hours, your deepest focus, your most consistent effort? Because that's the only thing that's going to produce results worth having. Everything else is just noise dressed up as productivity. The 12th law cuts deeper. You become what you consume, not just food. Everything. The content you watch, the conversations you have, the music you listen to, the people you follow online. It all goes in and shapes what comes out. Feed your mind garbage and watch yourself think garbage thoughts. Make garbage decisions, live a garbage life. You can't fill your mind with negativity, drama, and cheap dopamine hits, then wonder why you feel anxious and unmotivated. That's like drinking poison and expecting to feel healthy. Most people are shockingly careless about what they let into their heads. They'll research a phone purchase for hours, but spend 0 seconds evaluating whether their daily content diet is making them better or worse. They consume whatever the algorithm feeds them, whatever kills time, whatever everyone else is watching. Here's what changed for me. I started treating my attention like my bank account. Every minute spent consuming something is an investment. Some investments pay dividends. They make you smarter, stronger, more capable. Others are pure expense. They drain you and give nothing back. Audit what you consumed yesterday. Every video, article, conversation, song. Was it making deposits or withdrawals? Because your mind right now is the sum total of everything you've been feeding it. Don't like what you're seeing? Change the diet. The 13th law addresses something most people never consider. Your environment is either pushing you forward or pulling you back. There's no neutral. The room you're in, the city you live in, the spaces you occupy daily, they're all voting on who you become. And they vote loudly. You can't fight your environment forever. Willpower runs out. But environment is always on. If your room is chaotic, you'll feel chaotic. If your space has no room for work, you won't work. If nothing around you reflects who you're trying to become, you'll keep being who you've been. Successful people understand this instinctively. They design their space to make good choices automatic and bad choices difficult. Gym clothes laid out the night before. Healthy food visible and accessible. Phone charging in another room. Workspace separated from rest space. Small changes compound into completely different lives. Move the couch, change your posture. Rearrange the desk, change your productivity. Swap what's on your walls, change what's in your head. Your environment isn't just where you live, it's what's living in you. Look around right now. Is this space built for the person you want to be or the person you're trying to stop being because one of them is winning? The 14th law, discomfort is the price of growth. Every single thing worth having sits on the other side of something you don't want to do. That hard conversation, that early morning, that vulnerable moment, that scary decision. All of it requires walking into discomfort willingly. Most people organize their entire lives around avoiding discomfort. They stay in jobs they hate because job searching feels worse. They remain in bad relationships because being alone seems harder. They keep bad habits because changing feels too difficult. What they don't realize is they're not avoiding discomfort, they're choosing which discomfort to live with. The discomfort of discipline or the discomfort of regret. The discomfort of growth or the discomfort of staying stuck. You're getting discomfort either way. Question is which kind you want. Temporary discomfort creates permanent improvement. Avoiding discomfort creates permanent problems. The workout is uncomfortable for an hour. Being out of shape is uncomfortable all day. The difficult conversation is uncomfortable for 10 minutes. The unresolved issue is uncomfortable for months. Flip your relationship with discomfort. Stop seeing it as the enemy and start seeing it as the currency. You're not paying discomfort to get what you want. Discomfort is what you want because it's proof you're growing. When things feel too comfortable, that's the warning sign. That's when you know you've stopped expanding. The 15th law brings us to failure. It's information, not identity. When something doesn't work, you didn't fail. You just found one way that doesn't work. That's progress dressed up as defeat. People catastrophize failure because they make it mean something about their worth. I failed, therefore I'm a failure. The project flopped, therefore I'm incompetent. The relationship ended, therefore I'm unlovable. None of that logic holds. You failed at a thing. You are not a failed thing. The attempt didn't work. That doesn't make you broken, it makes you someone with data. What did this teach you? What would you do differently? What assumption was wrong? Those questions turn failure into fuel. Every successful person you admire has failed more than you've tried. The difference isn't that they don't fail. It's that failure doesn't stop them. They extract the lesson, adjust the approach, and go again. Failure only ends your progress if you let it. The 16th law is simpler than people want it to be. Show up. That's it. Show up when you don't feel like it. Show up when results aren't visible yet. Show up when nobody's watching. Show up especially when it would be easier not to. Consistency beats intensity every time. The person who shows up daily at 60% effort will outlap the person who shows up monthly at maximum effort. Because showing up builds momentum, and momentum makes everything easier. Human beings are terrible at predicting what future them will feel like doing. So stop trying. Decide what needs doing and do it regardless of feeling. Motivation follows action more often than action follows motivation. Show up, and the energy arrives. Wait for energy, and you'll wait forever. The 17th law cuts through every excuse. Your environment shapes you more than your willpower ever will. Stop trying to resist temptation through sheer force. Remove the temptation entirely. You can't eat junk food that isn't in your house. You can't waste time on apps you've deleted. You can't fall into bad patterns when the triggers don't exist. People exhaust themselves fighting their surroundings when they should be designing them. Your phone sits next to your bed, then you wonder why you scroll for an hour each morning. Your kitchen overflows with processed food, then you're confused about poor eating habits. Your friends only want to complain, then you can't figure out why you feel drained. Design beats discipline. Change what surrounds you and watch how effortlessly behavior follows. This isn't weakness, it's strategy. The strongest people aren't resisting more temptation. They've just structured their lives so there's less to resist. Start small. One drawer, one app, one boundary. Build an environment that makes the right choice the easy choice. Then willpower becomes backup, not your primary defense. The 18th law sounds obvious until you actually apply it. Everything is a trade, not just money for products, time for results, comfort for growth, privacy for connection, stability for excitement. You're always trading something. The question is whether you're making the trade consciously or letting it happen by default. Most people sleepwalk through their trades. They trade their health for career advancement without realizing it until the body breaks down. They trade deep relationships for surface-level popularity. They trade long-term fulfillment for short-term pleasure, then act surprised when emptiness shows up years later. Wake up to what you're actually trading. That extra hour of sleep trades morning productivity. Saying yes to that commitment trades time you could spend elsewhere. Avoiding conflict trades temporary peace for long-term resentment. None of these trades are inherently wrong, but they need to be intentional. Ask yourself constantly, what am I trading right now, and is it worth what I'm getting? Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes you discover you've been making terrible trades for years without noticing. Either way, awareness puts you back in control. The 19th law applies to everything. Speed matters less than direction. Moving fast in the wrong direction just gets you lost faster. People obsess over productivity hacks and efficiency systems while heading toward destinations they don't actually want to reach. Slow down. Check your direction. Are you building what you actually want or what you think you should want? Are you chasing goals that matter or goals that look good? Are you living your values or performing them? Better to move slowly toward the right target than sprint toward the wrong one. Course correct now, even if it costs time. 5 years of the wrong direction can't be fixed with 5 weeks of hustle. Direction first, speed second. Always. The 20th law is uncomfortable but liberating. Nobody's thinking about you as much as you think they are. That embarrassing moment you're replaying? They forgot it 5 minutes later. That thing you're afraid to try because of what people might think. They're too busy worrying about themselves to notice. This reality frees you completely. You can take risks without the imaginary audience you've constructed. You can fail without everyone cataloging it. You can be yourself without constant judgment. Because the spotlight you feel isn't real. It's a story your mind created to keep you safe and small. Once you accept that most people are barely paying attention, you can finally start living. The opinions you feared don't exist at the intensity you imagined. The criticism you avoided might never come, and if it does, they'll forget it faster than you will. Stop performing for an audience that isn't watching. Start building for the person who actually matters. You. The 21st law reveals why talented people stay stuck. Potential means nothing without execution. The world is full of brilliant ideas that never left someone's head. Amazing talents that never got used. Incredible potential that died as potential. Nobody pays for potential. They pay for results. Nobody remembers potential. They remember what you actually did. Potential is a starting point, not a destination. It's permission to begin, not a trophy to display. If you've been coasting on potential, it's time to convert it. Build something. Ship something. Finish something. Let the world measure what you produce, not what you could theoretically produce someday, because someday isn't a timeline, it's an excuse. The final law ties everything together. You already know what to do. That's the frustrating truth. You don't need more information. You don't need another book, another video, another system. You need to do what you already know needs doing. The gap isn't knowledge, it's action. You know you should have that conversation. You know you need to start that project. You know which habits to build and which to break. You know what your next step is, so why aren't you taking it? Fear, usually, or perfectionism, or the comfortable lie that you need just a bit more preparation, but you don't. You're ready enough right now. This moment, this day, this version of you is capable of starting. Not finishing, just starting. And starting is the only thing that separates people who change their lives from people who just think about it. Stop researching. Stop planning. Stop waiting for conditions that will never be perfect. Take the step you already know you should take. Everything you want lives on the other side of that decision. You've always known what to do. Now prove it. These laws aren't theory. They're not philosophy to discuss at dinner parties. They're operating principles that remake you from the inside out. You've heard them now, which means you can't unhear them. The only question left is whether you'll apply them or file them away with all the other things you meant to do someday. Your mind will fight this. It prefers the familiar, even when the familiar is miserable. But you know better now. You know what's possible when you stop negotiating with reality and start working with it instead.